What is up, guys? Phoenix here, and welcome back to another pixel art tutorial for Rengoku the Flame Hashira from the Demon Slayer show slash movie slash everything. Where we last left off, we did shoulder to shoulder building of the frame, so from left to right pretty much, and now we're gonna go a little bit higher in the build and see if we can hit the height limit with some of the hair frame. So let's move over to the left side of the build, and where we have this shoulder piece coming over here, I want you to find this first 3 flat that comes after some of these singles. So let's just go over to the left side. As you can see, as it comes off the ground, we have a bunch of singles right here, then we have 2 flat, then we have 3 flat. So that first 3 flat is the one we want to find. I'm going to mark it for you, and let's zoom out. If you can see it on the right hand camera screen, it gives you a general idea of where in the build you are, or if you can zoom out in your own build, this can help you identify where you're at. That's where we're going to be starting for today. So I am aware that some of you guys are newbies, so I'm still going to be going a little bit light with some of the placement block directions, but by the next part I might be picking up the speed a little bit, or around midway through this one I might be picking up the speed a bit. So hopefully you guys are handling this. Anyways, from this 3 flat, let's go to the left block right here, and all we're going to do is add 1 coal to the top to start us off. Now for this segment, we are going to be building up for quite a bit, so I suggest putting a placement block to the top part every time you finish a section. So first off, we're going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2, placement block to the top side, up and to the right, 2 single, 1, 2, placement block on top, up and to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. So let's go to the right, 1, 2, that's 1, placement block to the top or right side, 1, 2, that's 2. Now let's clean up some of these extra dirt blocks. Then up and to the right, 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. And from that 3 flat, I want you to find the middle block and add an extra coal to the top there. Perfect. Now from there, let's put a placement block on top and go up and to the left, so we're switching directions. 2 flat, 1, 2, placement block on top, up and to the left, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row, so placement block already there, 1, 2, 1, 2, up and to the left, 3 vertical, 2 times in a row, 1, 2, 3, that's 1, placement block, 1, 2, 3, that's 2. And from that second 3 vertical, or the higher block right there, we're just going to go to the middle block, and on the right side of that middle block, we're going to add 9 more coal going straight off of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. From that 9, let's put a placement block on top of the final block, so we can go up and to the right, 3 flat, 1, 2, 3, up and to the right, 2 flat, and we're going to do that 2 times in a row, 1, 2, 1, 2. From that second set of 2 flat, or the higher one right here, we're going to double up and put another layer of singles above it, so 1, 1, just like that, creating this weird brick shape. And from the top 2 blocks in that brick shape, all we're going to do is put 1 to the right, and 5 more, is it 5 more? Yeah, 5 more to the left, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. From the right, we can keep on building a little bit more of the hair detail, but I'm not doing that today, so we're going to put a marker there and come back to it later possibly. So we're going to go to the left, and first thing on this last block is we're going to just go down into left 1 single, like that. Then from this last block, we're going to put a placement block on top of it, and go up into the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2, up and to the right, 1 single, up and to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just zoom out so you can see the shape we're working with right now. His hair is very spiky, so it was very hard to get that effect in the hair, but it's not too bad because of the fact that we can be working with diagonals. Anyways, let's go to the left block in this 2 flat and put a placement block on top, so we can go up and to the left, 2 vertical, 1, 2, up and to the left, 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, up and to the left, 2 vertical again, 1, 2, up and to the left, one single, one. And then from this single, we're going to go to the right side of it and add 2 more coal to the right. So 1, 2, just like that. And it creates this T shape. From the end of the 2s we just add, we can put a placement block to the right and go down into the right 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can then go up into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And from the first 2 flat, so not the second one or the highest one, we're going to backtrack a bit. This one right here on the left side. We're going to go to the left block in it and go up and to the left from it 2 flat as well. 1, 2. So we have this symmetrical shape, both things on the opposite sides, but we're going to be going with the left side. All right, so working with the left side, we're going to go up and to the left 2 single now. 1, 2. Up and to the left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And from the top block in this 2 vertical right here, we're going to do 2 things. First, we're going to go up and to the left from it 1 single. Like that, whoops, like that. Then we're going to use it to bridge off into the rest of his hair. So we're going to go to the right side of this top block and we're going to add another 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once you're done, it should be 6 in total because we already had the first one there waiting. Now we're going to go up into the right 9 flat. So put your placement block to the top or right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And from that 9 flat, if we go to the left side of it and count over 3 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, we can then add 1 single to the top of that 3rd block and then use that to continue building. From that single, we're going to put a placement block on top and go up and to the left 2 more singles. 1, 2. Placement block on top, up and to the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Now we're going to switch directions and go up into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keep on doing that jagged, pointy hair shape. Putting your placement block on top each time is still fine. We're going to start dipping back down soon, but for now it should be safe. So we're going to go up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Up into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to switch directions and go up into the left 4 vertical. So we're on the left side now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the 4 vertical, we're going to go to the second to last block from the top. So this one right here. And I want you to just put an extra coal to the left side. Perfect. Let's give it a little save. Because today we're about to start a heat wave. So I'm scared of my computer or anything kicking out. So I'm always just saving as much as I can. Anyways, from that single, we're going to go down into left 1 single. Like this. Down into left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Down into left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into left 1 single. 1. And now we can do a little bit of backtracking and go back to the 3 flat we just placed and then go to the middle block of it and add an extra coal to the top. And then we're going to use that extra coal we just added to continue shaping out the spike. So let's put a placement block on top right there, and we're going to go up into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Placement block to the top or left side. Up into the left 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Placement block at the end. Up into the left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. And from the second 2 flat, we're just going to double up the layer again by putting another single on top of each. So 1, 1. And from that layer on the left block, we're going to put 2 more coal to the left side. 1, 2. And on the right block, we're going to just put a placement block to the right side and then go up into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. So you can see we're bridging off in 2 different directions. From the 3 flat, we're going to continue by putting a placement block at the end so we can go up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the left 3 vertical. Sorry, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Let me just zoom out so you can see, because when I stutter like that, usually I just zoom out so you guys can see what it's supposed to look like. Not 3 vertical, 3 flat, my bad. From that 3 flat, we're then going to go and put a placement block to the top block and go up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the left. Let me move my mic, sorry. Up into the left 3 flat now again. 1, 2. Whoops. 2, 3. Up into the left 4 singles. So placement block to the top or left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the top block in that 4 single now, we're going to add an extra coal to the top like this. And from that extra coal, we're going to put 2 to the left. 1, 2. And 4 to the right. 1, 2. Whoops. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So, we have about 7 or 8 spikes done already. We're not at the halfway point yet, but it's looking good. So from here, we're going to keep on going up for a while. So I suggest just putting your placement block to the top each time as you're done, and you should be able to come through this next part fairly easy. So we're going to go up into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. And then from there, we're going to get ready to switch directions. So let's go up into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Placement block. And then we're going to go back to the left. But since we're still going up, it doesn't really matter. We can still just put our placement block on the top. So let's go up into the left 4 singles now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the left 2 singles. 1, 2. Up into the left 2 vertical, then 1 single. So placement block on the top. 1, 2, just like this. And then we're going to add a single connected at the diagonal. So you see the pattern. And then we're going to do it a second time. So 2, 1 again. So placement block on top. 1, 2. And then 1 single. Perfect. From that single, we're going to add another block to the top. And then we're going to add 1 to the left of it and 2 to the right. Instead of putting our placement block on the top now, we can add it to the right or bottom side so that we can go down into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Placement block all the way at the end. We're going to go up into the right 6 flat now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on that 6 flat, if we start at the left side, we're going to count over 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. So this block right here. And from that 3rd block, we're just going to put a 2 vertical going straight up. 1, 2, just like that. From that 2 vertical going straight up, we're going to be putting our placement block on the top side so that we can go up into the left 2 vertical 3 times in a row. So 1, 2, that's 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Then gonna go up into the left 8 vertical. Count carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then from the 8 vertical, we're gonna do 2 things. First, we're gonna go to the second to last block from the top, and we're gonna add an extra coal to the right, like so. Then we're gonna go to the top block and put a placement block to the left side so that we can go up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then up into the left 1 single. 1. Perfect. Now let's trace back a little bit to the 8 vertical we have right here and go to the second to last block where we had the 1 going to the right. We're going to continue going from there. So let's put a placement block to the right side and go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Placement block at the end. Sorry about the Discord noises. I thought I had that closed. Down and to the right, 1 single. Down and to the right, 2 flat again. 1, 2. Down and to the right, 2 singles. 1, 2. Down and to the right, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from this 4 flat, if we go to this block all the way at the end, so this final one, the 4th block, I guess, we can add 1 to the top of it. And then we can also put a placement block underneath it so that we can go down into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So now we can see it's branching off in 2 different directions. We have this 1 single right here. We also have this 3 flat. Everything's going to connect back to itself, so it's fine at the moment. Don't worry about it. So from the block on top first, we're going to go up into the left 2 singles. 1, 2. We're then going to take this top block right here and add an extra coal to the top side. And from that extra coal, we're going to add 1 to the left and 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now we can ignore this 5 flat and go back down to where we have this 3 flat right here waiting and start bringing that up. So let's put our placement block to the right side and go down into the right 1 single. Then from the right side of the placement block we just placed, we can add an extra coal, just creating this shape like this. And then we can delete the placement block. And from that block to the right side, we're going to add 1 to the top. We're then going to put a placement block on top and go up into the left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. So now you can see these 2 shapes are separated by this gap by 1 block. All we're going to do to bridge that is we're just going to put a placement block between them and go up into the left from this 2 vertical, 12 vertical. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Placement block on top. We're going to go up into the right 2 vertical now. 1, 2. From that 2 vertical, we're going to go to the bottom block and put a placement block underneath so we can bridge it back down. We're going to go down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 single. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Down into the right 3 singles. 1, 2. Whoops. 2, 3. And from that 3 single, we're going to kind of branch off a little bit again, and everything is going to connect. It's just that it's a quick branching. So from the middle block, I want you to go up into the right 1 single from it. Then up into the right 2 flat from that. 1, 2. So it looks like this. From the left block into 2 flat, we're going to go up into the left 2 singles. 1, 2. Then up into the right 2 flat from the top block in those 2 singles. So 1, 2. Up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And from there we can actually go back down now to the 3 singles that started this shape, and we're going to get everything to connect back. So we built all of that off of the middle block into 3 singles, as you can see. Make sure that it looks like this. You see it just curves up like a snake pattern. But now we want to work with the bottom block into 3 singles, so this one right here. So first thing we're going to do is put a placement block underneath it and go down into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. We're then going to put a placement block and then go down into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And from that 3 flat, if we go to the right block, we can go down into the right 3 more singles. So 1, 2, 3. Just like that. I want you to go to this first single, so this top one right here, that's closest to the 3 flat. And we're going to add another 3 blocks to the top of it. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Sorry, heartburn. Let's put a placement block on top, and then we're going to go up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into the left 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up into the right 1 single. 1. And as you can see, it connected to what we previously built off of the middle block into 3 singles. Now from that 1 single, we can branch off and build more of the hair, but we can also go to the 2 flat that we ignored earlier and work with that. So what I want you to do is we're going to mark the 1 single just in case if we don't come back to it later. And we have this marker to tell us to come back to the single block. But let's go up to the 2 flat that's right here at the top and go to the left block in it. And we're going to put a placement block on top of that left block so that we can go up into the left 1 single. Up into the left 2 flat, 1, 2. Up into the left 2 vertical, 1, 2. And if you're wondering why am I choosing to work with this left side instead of the 1 single, it's because I usually focus on the entire outline of the thing first and then the inner details last. So this 1 single is more of the inner lining of his hair. We'll do that detail later, probably when we're doing his face as well, just because some of his face has some of the hairlines coming off of it as well. So let's go back to the 2 vertical we have right here, and on the top block I want to put 1 to the left and 6 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Placement block at the end so we can go up into the right 2 flat, 1, 2. Down into the right 6 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from that 6 flat, we're going to do a few things. First, we're going to go to the final block. So this one right here. And we're going to put 1 above it with coal and 1 to the right of it, like this. From that block we placed to the right, we're going to go down into the right 1 single from it. And from the block to the top, we're going to continue working with that by putting our placement block on top and going up into the left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. From this second layer of 2 flat we have at the top right here, we're going to double up. So let's add another single to the top of each. And from that doubled up layer, we're going to add 1 to the left and 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I think that's a good point to stop at, like a good halfway point. So we're going to cut it off right there. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the tutorial. It's going to take quite a bit of time to do these, so I'm probably going to try and extend some of these parts out. But if you guys are enjoying this, be sure to like and comment and subscribe for more pixel art content. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later.